Tourists are dumping Pattaya for Vietnam and Cambodia. For decades, Pattaya was Thailand's golden goose, a seedy, sun-drenched magnet for backpackers, retirees, sex tourists, and dreamers. The beaches were mediocre, but it didn't really matter. Pattaya sold a fantasy and freedom better than anywhere else in Asia. But now it seems that the grip is slipping. Today, Pattaya is being outpaced by smarter, more strategic competitors. The once booming tourist town is starting to feel like yesterday's news. And the worst part is it doesn't really have to end like this. The city's decline isn't about pandemics or global crises. It's about arrogance, neglect, and failure to evolve. I'm Scott. In case you don't know, I am an American in Thailand. I've been living here for the past 30 years. And if you like this video, please do me a favor, click like. If you haven't subscribed yet, do me a favor, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you will be informed of all my upcoming videos and streams. And if you'd like to send me a comment or a little note, you want to tell me something, you want to send me a rude comment, whatever you want to do, you want to send me a Dear Scott letter, or maybe you need a consultation, you can send me an email at anamericaninbangkok@gmail.com. So today I'm talking about the cold, hard truth facing Pattaya. While the city still pulls in its tourists, it's bleeding relevance, and worse, it's losing out to Vietnam and Cambodia. Two countries that have quietly leapfrogged it both in infrastructure and attitude. So let's get into the numbers, the problems, and the writing on the wall. The numbers do not lie. Let's talk facts. In 2024, Pattaya saw 24.78 million visitors between January and November, a 17.9 increase over 2023. It sounds really great, right? But if you zoom out and you take a closer look, Thailand's overall growth is sluggish, with only a 1.91 increase in international arrivals in early 2025. Month by month, the numbers are declining. Meanwhile, Vietnam has been crushing it. A 39.5% increase in international arrivals in 2024. They beat Singapore. They're now third in Southeast Asia as for total visitors. And it's because of the better infrastructure, the smarter visa policy, and the better treatment of tourists, and that's very important. Cambodia has quietly been climbing 6 million foreign visitors in the first 11 months of 2024. That is a 22% jump. They are attracting tourists not just from the West, but also from Thailand and Vietnam. And Angkor Wat, that's always a major tourist attraction. The cleaner coastal towns and friendlier attitudes, they're making a difference. In short, Pattaya isn't just losing steam, it's also losing its market share. Vietnam and Cambodia aren't the joke destinations they were 10 to 15 years ago. They are now serious competitors. And while there are a lot of different things going on, let's just be clear about it, that they are catching up and Pattaya is falling behind. So let's just look at what's gone wrong. First of all, Pattaya seems to have forgotten that tourism is about hospitality. Tourists used to feel welcomed. Now many feel like they are walking wallets. And you know what? People have been saying this for a long time, but now a lot more people are talking about it. They are targets for scams, for dual pricing, with a thin layer of contempt for the foreigners wearing down the ties. And tourists are leaving and not necessarily coming back. Some come back, but many of them just say, I'll go elsewhere. I have other options. So that's something to consider. But also, the city's infrastructure is garbage. Overcrowded roads, zero planning, constant construction. There's construction, it's been going on for years, and yet nothing ever really improves. Try parking near a beach or finding a well-maintained public area. It's kind of a joke. Third, the nightlife. I hate to say this, but it isn't what it used to be. And listen, I've been here for a long time. I've been down there. When I came down here, I was like, oh my God, this place is fantastic. I no longer do that. Now, some of that is me. I admit that. But it's not what it used to be. And with the push to attract the quality tourists, the city's identity is rather confused. You can't call sleaze and sophistication, you can't sell them at the same time. One or the other. So what are they aiming for? What do they want? Lastly, the alternatives now, and this is the truth, they are just better now. Vietnam's coastlines, Da Nang, which I just was in Da Nang a few months ago. Fantastic place. Relatively inexpensive. Cheaper than Pattaya and cheaper than many other parts of Thailand. Phu Quoc, even Hanoi, they offer a decent value, and even better value than Pattaya. They're very clean, and they have decent service. Cambodia is also gaining ground, and they're not treating every tourist like a walking ATM. So what really it comes down to is people are voting with their feet. They're voting for Vietnam and for Cambodia. In conclusion, Pattaya's decline isn't really a mystery. It's a case study in mismanagement, greed, and failure to adapt. The city got complacent, and it relied on its past glory and thought tourists would always keep coming back. So they will not, things are not going to get better if something doesn't change. And so far, these changes have not come about. Unless serious changes are made, starting with how tourists are treated, tourists and expats, not just tourists, but expats alike, because there are a lot of people that live there. Pattaya will continue losing ground. Tourists are no longer desperate for sex and beer and a dirty beach. And let's face it, all the prices are going up. We know that. Prices around the world are going up. But people also want value. They want respect. They want a good experience, a memorable experience. And sometimes they want sex for a fair price. They don't want to be ripped off. They don't want to feel like they're being overcharged. And that's what a lot of people are concerned about. And I just did a video about dual pricing and how they're trying to maybe they're going to try to get rid of dual pricing. Well, that would be a good step in the right direction. But right now, Pattaya is not really giving much to the people that come. They want the money, and then, go about your business, do what you got to do, and then get on out of here. When your money runs out, you're gone. All right? Do me a favor. Remember to smash the like button on your way out. Subscribe again, show your support for the channel. You can do so by joining the VIP section of the channel for as little as $1.99. And like I said, if you want to send me a letter or you want to send me a comment or whatever it is, or get a consultation, email me at anamericaninbangkok@gmail.com. And that is all I have. Until next time, I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Chok di leo jerken mai, which means good luck, and see you again. Take care.